Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us for this playoff edition of Inside the Sugar Skulls. I'm Pat Parris. I'm hosting the event, and this is quarterback Matt Behrendt of the Sugar Skulls. Thank you so much, Matt, for joining us on Inside Sugar Skulls.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
It's a playoff edition. We thought we'd continue this as we stream this show. You guys, congratulations for making the playoffs.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's the goal, obviously, setting out on the season to make the playoffs. But for an expansion team, it's never been done in this league before.
Right, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, we didn't even honestly know that until Coach told us that after the game. He's like, you know, congratulations, you're the first, you know, ever expansion team to make the playoffs. And, you know, I think that says a lot, you know, about what we started with this team and, you know, how we finished. Says a lot, so that's pretty exciting for us.
It's very exciting.
Yeah.
I think it's exciting for the whole town. It's been pretty raucous at the Tucson Arena, but this past Saturday night was really loud with the thunder sticks, with the playoff atmosphere that it was. Right,
yeah, that was awesome to see. You know, they did a great job of, you know, getting the game out there. It was a, you know, winner go home game. It was pretty much a playoff game. So it was awesome, you know, to have that crowd support and that energy. You know, it's something that we really feed off during the year. So it's exciting to see crowds like that. Especially at the end of the year like that.
55-50, you guys were able to hang on to win. There were a lot of injuries in that game, including Keith Jones Jr. there after he stripped the football. That game just right there told you what the playoffs are like. It wasn't officially a playoff game, had the feel though, and it gets physical.
Oh yeah, no, you could tell it wasn't just a regular season game. It was a playoff game. You know, both teams were going after it. It was, like you said, it was physical, and you know, unfortunately, you know, injuries are part of the game.
Yeah.
But you know, that's football. But it's definitely a high intensity game at this time of the year.
You had a terrific game starting against Quad City. You guys were able to run the football effectively, throw the ball well. It's what maybe makes you guys really a dangerous team is you're more balanced than a lot of teams are in indoor football.
Right, yeah. Like I said, you think arena football, you think a lot of passing, a lot of action, you know, but to have that balance that we have, you know, with our running game, you know, it helps in the passing game as well. So it's nice to see that. Like you said, it's exciting to see to have that balance, you know, different from other teams. So it's part of the reason why we have so much success on offense.
We were out at practice yesterday and caught some of this video of you guys getting ready for that matchup against Sioux Falls. We'll talk more about Sioux Falls in a little bit. What's more fun to you, throwing that 15-yard touchdown or maybe tucking the ball and getting that 15-yard touchdown run?
I've been getting that question a lot lately, so I had time to think about it, and it's for sure that rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
I was thinking to myself, you know, I've thrown so many touchdowns in my life. You know, I haven't really ran a lot, so I was like, it's a little exciting to run and get your own touchdown in there in the end zone. So that's a lot of fun.
You don't have to share it in the stat category either. It's all your own. Now, you've done a great job, though. 20 touchdown passes, 10 running touchdowns this year, and who can forget the 8 touchdown game you had against Bismarck? That was our first introduction. It was the first ever home game for the Sugar Skulls.
Oh yeah, that was awesome. Like, talking about a crowd, that was the first home game ever.
Yeah.
That was great to see. We almost sold out. It was loud.
Yeah.
It was electric. It felt like last week almost.
By the way, real quick note, Sugar Skulls came out today, and they're going to lower ticket prices just a little bit for next year. That's going to increase even more, I think, the excitement in the fan base and, and the fans in the stands.
Oh, yeah, that would be awesome.
Should really help. We're talking about the running game, and the Sugar Skulls, of course, are running towards the playoffs. The running game has been big. In fact, you're one of the best rushing teams in the Indoor Football League, and you're led by this week's IFL's Offensive Player of the Week, Mike Jones. Take a look.
And that's consistency, and that's why they're one of the best teams. And there's Jones. A little shake and bake move into the end zone. Touchdown, Sugar Skull.
In a football league known for passing, it's the Sugar Skulls ground game that has been key to a playoff berth in this inaugural season. The Skulls running game is second best in the league, and Mike Jones is the league's top running back. He averages nearly 60 yards rushing per game, best in the IFL.
I wouldn't have did it without my O-line. Those guys are great. They're the first ones here, last ones to leave, always in film. I love my O-line. I wouldn't have did it without them.
We did a good job of getting on our blocks, staying on our blocks, and obviously when you've got somebody like Mike Jones, you know, that has the vision that he has, the elusiveness that he has, you know, it makes it easy for him.
Jones was key in the regular season finale, rushing for 116 yards and 3 touchdowns. He's a big reason the Sugar Skulls are heading to the postseason, buying into what head coach Marcus Coleman has been preaching all season.
Hard work we put in from February, from camp all the way to now, it's just a blessing to be here, man. First year expansion team, It's just a great feeling. Hard work really pays off.
Jones is a rookie in the indoor game. Injuries cost him his senior season at Bethune-Cookman University, but it didn't cost him his dream.
Through the struggles, tough times, ups and downs, I love it. I love the process, so I'm going to continue to follow it until I'm done playing.
And that dream?
That dream to get to the NFL. Yeah, I'm going to continue to follow the dream and my goals and trust the process.
You're a veteran of this indoor game of the IFL. He's one of the best I've seen. Maybe you as well?
Oh yeah, he's unbelievable. I mean, it's like a quarterback's best friend to just be able to catch the snap, hand it off to Mike Jones, and just let us see what he does. It's exciting.
And we didn't even mention the fact that he's a very good receiver too. He always finds that spot that you can dump it off to him.
Absolutely, he's always out there in the passing game too. You know, he does a great job. He does it all for us. Yeah, he's awesome.
The offensive line, and I know you want to, you and Jake Medlock have a lot of praise for that offensive line as well.
Oh, absolutely. Talking about best friends, have that offensive line, like Mike said, you know, they work so hard, you know, every day. You know, through the injuries and even the rotation that we've had with those guys, they come out every week and they just prove it. You know, why they're one of the best offensive lines in this league. It's awesome to see, and like I said, there's nothing better than that protection.
Yeah. It's great to have that group that is so tight knit as well. You're just like Mike Jones. You're one of those guys. The reason you're playing this game is, well, you love the game, but you want another shot. You want a chance at a higher level, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I mean that's everybody's goal in this league. If you ask anybody, you know, their main goal is to play in the NFL, and that's just an opportunity for us to, you know, get film, get exposure to teams. It's like minor league baseball, you know.
Right.
It's that step below, and it's football. We love the game. We especially love the game, so we love playing it.
Your background too, Wisconsin Whitewater, a couple of national championships, MVP at two times of that championship game. But at the same time, you've got to get more film. You've got to prove that you can do it at another level, and this is the level you're at right now. What's it been like to go through this, you know, process as Mike Jones talks about?
Oh yeah, it's a little different, especially coming as a Division III player. You know, especially the higher level teams in the NFL. You know, they want to see you against that competition, you know, of a D1 guy. So yeah, it is a process. You know, it's a long process, but again, at the end of the day, we all just love the game of football, and you know, we're just chasing our dreams. That's what it's all about.
A couple of years for you with Green Bay in the Indoor Football League. What's been the big difference to you in your mind about why this team's been so successful? I don't want you to say anything negative about Green Bay. They're in the playoffs too.
Oh yeah.
It just that you know, there's got to be some differences that you've seen.
Oh yeah. One thing, the weather. It's a little different weather. But saying that, it does help because we practice outside here in that heat, in that real heat. So it does help us prepare for, you know, games, especially late in games, to have that stamina of, you know, practicing in that heat and that conditioning. So that's definitely a huge factor in the game of football, you know, finishing games. And it's just the little things, you know, that really separate, you know, the organizations from one or the other. They just do a great job of taking care of us down here. And at the end of the day, that's what you want as a player. You want to be taken care of, and you want to feel like you're in a place that feels like home. So they do a great job of doing that here. Yeah, and I hope that Tucson has made you feel at home too. I know you guys are out and about in the community. Almost every night you're out somewhere at one of the restaurants or one of the venues, Dave & Buster's or whatever, and you must get a lot of fans come up to you. Oh, I mean, it's awesome. Yeah, Tucson, it's definitely been a great experience. You know, coming from Chicago to Tucson, it's definitely a little different. But again, it's awesome. The fans are awesome. The support is awesome, especially for a first-year team to have that. It's crazy. It's a little different down here in Tucson. Let's focus now on this playoff game that's coming up. It'll be a playoff game that involves a team in Sioux Falls that, you know, we talk so much about the Arizona Rattlers and the Iowa Barnstormers, but the Sioux Falls Storm right there as far as the big three, I would say, in the Indoor Football League. Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. They have had a lot of success. I think they've won like 5 championships in a row from like 2012 to 2017. So, you know, they're nothing new to the playoffs. so they know it. It's exciting to have an opportunity to go against them this week.
Yeah, and it'll be a challenge, certainly, going to Sioux Falls, too. As you see there, they lost both games home and away to the Rattlers, but they beat the Barnstormers in Sioux Falls, lost to them in Des Moines, so they're a formidable opponent for you guys. What's the? I don't want to ask you for the game plan because that's not fair. They can watch, they can stream things too, but you guys, you have to play to your strengths, I'm assuming.
Oh, absolutely.
Up on Sunday.
It's the first time we've seen Sioux Falls this year, so we haven't seen any of them. And usually in this league, you play teams like 2 to 3 times.
Sure.
So again, it's a new opponent, so a little extra film work, a little extra work on the board. But the coaches, like they do this whole season, like they do every week, they come with a great game plan. They give it to us at the beginning of the week, especially what we're about to do on offense. Who we're attacking, what's the strengths and everything. So we always feel like we're very prepared coming into games, and especially this week. Obviously, it's a playoff, so you kind of just take that next level step up there.
Yeah, exactly right. And you never know which one of you quarterbacks is going to get the start. Certainly, as the season is played out, if Jake starts, you somehow end up in the game. If you start, you never know, you might see Jake. That's the beauty of having two really, really good quarterbacks in this league.
Right, yeah, it's been a crazy year like that. But like you said, me and Jake, we have a great relationship, and we both look at it the same way. We're both preparing as if we're playing the game, or we're both preparing as if we're starters. So I think that's huge in what we do and the success that we're able to have.
6 teams make the postseason, of course. The Rattlers and Barnstormers being the 1 and 2 seeds. They finished. You see the records there. These are the records of the 6 playoff teams at 14-0 and 12-2. Pretty good. Sioux Falls at 11-3. So they will be the 3 seed. Green Bay and Nebraska will play, and of course the Sugar Skulls will play Sioux Falls. The road to the championship in the United Bowl for you guys would be taking care of business this weekend. Then you'll have to face the Rattlers up in Phoenix the following weekend. Wouldn't that be nice to be able to play the Rattlers again? You were so close the last time you played them.
Yeah, that would be a beaut. Yeah, especially for the state, that would be pretty crazy.
Yeah, it'd go a long way in really boosting the profile of this franchise for sure.
Absolutely.
If you could get that. But first things first, that matchup on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
You guys are going to have a long day of travel coming up on Saturday to get there, but you'll find a way, and you'll be ready to go when this thing kicks off 1 o'clock Tucson time on Sunday. Of course, fans can watch it on the YouTube channel. I know there are going to be some watch parties around town too, and we'll try to get the word out about that, and I know the Sugar Skulls will on social media. The support will be behind you guys here in Tucson.
Absolutely. Always is.
Yeah. You're looking forward to it, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah. It's exciting. It's been an exciting week, especially coming off, like you said, a huge win, and it's the playoffs, so it's a different atmosphere. It's a different, beast. But it's a lot of fun. It's exciting to be able to have this opportunity as a franchise. Well,
best of luck to you on Sunday against the Storm of Sioux Falls. And we look forward to you guys winning that game so we can see a little closer to home coming up the following week. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Matt. I appreciate it. All right, Matt Behrendt, the Sugar Skulls quarterback. Thanks so much for watching this edition of Inside Sugar Skulls. We'll see you next time.